One of the world's largest traditional exchanges just opened their doors for 3 altcoins. Those 3 altcoins are Cardano, Chainlink, and Stellar. In this video, we're gonna chart all 3 altcoins, and I'm gonna be your Cardano hopium dealer. I got something very bullish in the Cardano chart. The CME Group said they're gonna list futures contracts tied to Cardano, Chainlink, and Stellar on February 9th. And if you don't know the CME Group, they're based in Chicago, that's the C, and they offer futures, options, and over-the-counter trading products. But let's go ahead and jump on the charts. We're gonna start with XLM. XLM, this is the daily candles that we're looking at. Looks like it's about to break out. You can see it broke against resistance right here when Trump won, and after declining, had a huge massive rally that was very quick, folks. This was a 7x. Now, if you look, they're also in a downtrend. Now, it kind of broke out of the downtrend, but it fell below. This candle is October 10th, when all of crypto crashed, especially the altcoins, and then it turned back into resistance, been bucking against this line, trying to turn into support, and now is turning to support at the top of this purple rectangle. This is listing at 22 cents and 20 cents, and this is a very important level for XLM. Now we are in a small trade. This is about an 88,000 XLM trade, and right now we're up about 10%. We're gonna move this stop loss into profit, and we put all our trades in the Discord. We have a link below. But XLM is going to probably have a strong pump because of its ties to XRP. If you didn't know, Jed McCaleb co-founded Ripple, that's the company behind XRP, back all the way in 2012 and had a key role in the XRPL, but he left XRP in 2014 over disagreements with the company's direction, and then he would end up founding Stellar with his partner. So XLM likes to move quickly just like XRP, but let's get back to the 22 and the 20 cent range. You can see this was acting as support during this recent drawdown. This is going to be April 25. This is the Trump tariff tantrum, and then here again in June, July 2025. But you see the confluence with this line in 2021 bull market and the 2017 bull market. So you go to 2021, when Bitcoin crashed in the middle of the year, it came down all the way to this level and used it as support, but XLM would not make a new all-time high. So Bitcoin went to about 60K around this range, crashed in the middle of the year during the summer, and then it would go to 66K, 69K. So when your altcoin didn't make a new all-time high with Bitcoin, that's when I would take profits very quickly. That's why we're going to take profits on this trade very quickly. But you can see during the bull run, this is the first place to slow down, and going all the way back to 2017, also the first place for support during the pullback, used it as support again, and would be basically bouncing along this range for a long time until it hit a true bear market. So XLM from this area does have some pretty strong support. I like longs at 22. If it breaks down, maybe close your position and look for an entry right around 20 cents. Now let's do Chainlink real quickly. Chainlink on the macro time frame from the weekly candles, 2-week candles. This looks very bullish. We're very close to the bottom of this range. But when you zoom in, I'm seeing some short-term bearishness. This is 12-hour candles, and we are forming a bearish divergence on the 12-hour. You can see we made a higher high, but the RSI made a lower high, suggesting we might come down pretty close to the bottom of this trend line. One of the other reasons Chainlink is struggling at the moment is nobody is betting on it to go down. If you look, this is the liquidation heat map, and the marks below are longs for Chainlink that will get liquidated if it pushes down this low. So big money. Not many people are betting on the price to go down. Everybody's betting on the price to go up. A lot of these traders are gonna need to lose their shirt. They're gonna need to lose this trade before Chainlink can bounce. And this is right around $12.90. And $12.90 is going to be right below the recent area of support. So might end up dipping below 13. Then, I would look right around $12 for the next level of support for Chainlink. But I said, I'm your Cardano hopium dealer. I found something that may be suggesting we might break out of this downtrend, of this parallel channel. Cardano's been basically stuck in this range since November 15th. So we're going on months at this point. But what is this? What is the 1 through 5 Batman pump? What am I writing this down? Why am I saying this is your Cardano hopium? Well, if you look, that's what we did to break our last downtrend. We would go down 1 through 5 in this range. We would hit it once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times. Then we'd create the Batman. You can see here we create an ear, and right before the ear touched the masks, it goes off like a rocket. Let's go back to Cardano. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what does this look like right there? Well, that looks like the same Batman mask. Now, I'm being a little bit funny there with the Batman mask, but that is a double top. You often do see reversals around this range when it kind of sweeps right below the middle point there. Could lead to a Cardano pump. But really, the more serious chart I want to show you is Cardano priced in Bitcoin. Right now, we are forming bull divs on the daily. Lower lows, while the RSI made a higher low or a neutral low, maybe a hidden bullish divergence there. So Cardano looking very bullish on the Bitcoin price. When you go to the weekly, we are at support. We are at multi-cycle support. You can see Cardano would go down about this low. It's right around 420 Satoshis. Let me move it a little bit just so you can see. So we're right at generational support for Cardano when you price it in Bitcoin. So I wouldn't be surprised if Cardano turns around with this daily bull div and just that strong support. So there's your Cardano hopium for you. Chainlink might have a little bit of a quick downside move. And right now we're longing XLM from this 22-cent range. I'm DZ for Discover Crypto, and I hope you like this quick altcoin breakdown. I'll see you in your 3 CME alts at the top.